Hello, first video here. So recently, within the last 2 years, I got into watches, buying, selling, a lot of nice ones, a lot of cheap ones, a lot in the middle. And what I found was I generally was disappointed in the quality of a lot of the higher end watches. And some of the cheap ones really stood out to me. The quality for the price point really got me. And I fell in love with a lot of the cheaper brands that I buy and sell a lot of. I think because maybe I'm impulsive, but when I see a watch I like with the cheaper brands, I just go buy it. It's nothing. It's $40. It's $100. I think it's really cool that some things that are cool are that attainable. Whereas when I wanted some nicer stuff, I really had to save up and I really had to try to justify it to myself. I'm just a dude in a small town, normal job. So I am happy that I fell in love with some cheap watches, and I wanted to learn about some of them, or maybe the history, or maybe how they look in person before I bought them online. And I didn't find a lot of information on them. Rolexes, Seamasters, whatever you're into, there's tons of videos of every millimeter of the watch under a microscope if you want. But the cheaper brands, you really don't have access to that information or like a hands-on review. So that's what I want to do. And one of the brands I fell in love with the most was Armitron. Sure, a lot of you have heard of them, some of you probably not. They've been around since 1975. They've recently become commercialized like a lot of brands do. I don't fault them for that. If I started a company and then 20, 30, 40 years later Walmart wanted to buy my stuff to sell it, I would do it. So I'm not going to fault them on that. Do I like it? No. Am I still going to buy what I like and what I think looks good? Yeah, I am. So that's what I'm going to start with. So for the Armitron, which I bought directly from Armitron, I didn't get it at Walmart or on Amazon. You can if you want, but this one's not available online not through Armitron or at Walmart or anywhere else yet. It's their new release, 1975. Yeah, 1975, 50-year anniversary of Armitron, an homage to their first watch. Here's the box it comes in. Secondary box, same little A on there. Now I've already had this out of the box, so it's not going to be perfect presentation, but to fit my wrist and not adjust it on camera, I adjusted it, put it back in the box, so I could film a little bit smoother. So minus my holding, this is the watch. Armitron 1975 is the bigger of the options here. I hope that's focusing at least a bit. Probably not, but you can see it's got that teal Tiffany blue-esque color to it, which I've never really been privy to, but I do think it's a unique color and it really stands out. So for the other options for this watch, here she is. On Armitron's website, you can get it in rose gold with a black dial, silver with a black dial, or silver with the aqua, or what I'd call Tiffany blue, just being honest, dial. See if I can get a better shot of it in here. If it'll focus. It probably won't, but that's okay. You get the gist. Very pretty, very, very pretty. Does it have Tudor Tissot quality? Nope, it doesn't. Is it the same cost as them? It is not. This is a new release, so I paid the asking listed price of $95 for this. I'm sure they'll go on sale. They always do. Armitron stuff is always on sale, or once it gets kind of cycled, it ends up just being on Amazon anyway. So if you don't want to spend $95 on an Armitron, it'll probably be $60 here in a couple months anyway. But I was really interested in this, so I picked it up. This one, shine her up a bit, is the 40 millimeter. There is a 34.5 millimeter also with slightly different band. I like the 40 mil. I'm not big, but I'm a taller guy, and I like a little bit of a bigger watch. Not Invicta dive big, but a little bigger. So this is the 40 mil, fits me well. Stainless steel case. It's all right. Obviously nothing crazy. Light brush steel, brushed dial. Let me get the back here. There is the 50, hard to read in the embossed silver, 50 years of Armitron on there. Water resistant, 165 feet. No one's going diving in these anyway. It's just kind of a cool thing. They're pretty honest on here. Singapore movement, so it's nothing crazy. I haven't popped the back, but I can almost guarantee you it's a little battery and the big white movement holder, and that's it. But that's what I expect. If it breaks, I can buy another one. If the battery dies, I just pop it off. I don't have to take it to a service center. I really, really like that. Accessibility. The band, typical old school, a little squeaky, a little rattly there. It's got the dual clasp on it, albeit a cheap dual clasp. See, it's got the typical fold over and then an additional. It sits well on the wrist, honestly, but it is a little bit of a hair pincher, and the band and the clasp leave a bit to be desired. It's a little cheap, a little wobbly, but I've had some pretty expensive watches that kind of felt the same. But if I could change one thing about this watch, it would be the band. It just feels a little bit chintzy to me, but once it's on wrist, it doesn't bother at all. I'll do a little bit of a wrist shot here, or if I can get it on. All right. I know the tattoos distract a little bit, but there she is. Once again, that real strong Tiffany blue, which works for me because I have a lot of that style of color in my ink. So is it a little bit of a feminine color? Yeah, probably a little bit, but for me, it kind of ends up working out. It doesn't sit too chunky on the wrist, which I really like. It fits normally, doesn't stick up too far, sits flush, doesn't have an awkward shape at all. I'm really liking it. I mean, when I look down at it, I can tell that it's a $95 watch, absolutely, but from a distance, it shines a little bit more than something that you think you could get the sister to at Walmart. It really is an impressive looking watch. It does have lume. It has nice lume. Mind you, only on the hour and minute hand. It works all right. You can see if you can see the white sections on either arm, that is the lume. It works well enough for me. It's got the day date. The movement looks a little clunky, doesn't glide, but once again, this is a brand that's commercialized. It's a Singapore movement, and when you break it or drop it in the parking lot, it's only $95 to get another one, not $5,000 like if you drop your Speedmaster in the parking lot. And I love expensive watches, but I like that I can buy 50 of these for the price of a Speedmaster as well. I know this is a kind of a junky first review, but it is my first review, and I don't have any editing equipment. I have no lighting equipment. I'm in a bedroom, and I just wanted to share my experience with this watch. I think it looks good. It looks all right from a distance. The color stands out. It really does pop in the light. And for a $95 watch, I'm impressed. I like it. I think it'll last. It's going to be leaving, going overseas with me here in about 2 weeks. And I'll see how I like it every day. And if I have any updates, any posts, if anything breaks, if anything impresses me, I'll make a follow-up video about it. But for now, the Armitron 1975, aqua and silver, 40mm stainless steel case, decent lume, day date, $95 on the Armitron website. Probably $60 soon on Amazon if you want one. And if you have any watches you'd like me to review that are under $100, because that's what I want to do, affordable watches, let me know. I'll buy it. I'll review it. Thanks, guys.